Hello, everybody. It's been 9 months since my last review. 9 months. I didn't realize it's been that long since my last review on a diecast on my channel.
So yeah, that was a bit of a lie. This video should be up right before the Matchbox Bizzarini review does come out. So those 9 months will turn to 11 months.
Yeah, a lot of things happened, and I collected way more than I should have been. I should have been collecting in 2023. Because my collection has kind of doubled with the additional Hot Wheels and Matchbox, and throwing a little bit of Speed City in there, but that's like one car. But yeah, I decided to make this review in particular not because I've run out of content to do, but because of the fact that this car uh, is one of the rarest castings to find in Southeast Asia. And why is that? Well, it has some significance to it. As you guys may know, or may not know, Hot Wheels have been produced in Malaysia for at least close to 2 decades now. So yeah, there's gotta be a lot of pride here with this particular casting. You may or may not know what it is, based on the title of the video, but it is none other than the Proton Saga. The first generation Saga is one of the best castings Mattel has ever made. Because it because it has values to the Malaysian market. It's made in Malaysia, and it has a lot of value depending on where you are. I believe it is one of the most valued cars right now in Malaysia and Indonesia, because Proton is quite big in both of these countries. And the fact that I have I have two of them in my possession is amazing. And why did I say two? Well, I have both cards. That's right, I have the US card and the international card, which is the one on the left. The fact that I own both of these cards is actually great, because you can tell the difference between the US packaging and the international packaging. As you can see, US card, if it's the US card, it would say guaranteed for life and new for 2024. Everything else is the same. If it's the international card, however, it's got neither of that. It's got neither the guarantee for life logo, I haven't seen the seal, rather, it will be seal, or the new for year badge right below the Hot Wheels logo. What's the biggest difference though is the back. You can see, look, doesn't say anything about the car. It just has legal warnings and all the Mattel addresses. First, it has Mattel's slogan in Canadian French. This will be made in Europe in particular. Let's check the US card. Boom! There's more info on the car and the series in particular. As you can see, Proton Saga. Drive around in the first national car in Malaysia. A celebration of automotive ingenuity. Over 2 million units of the Saga have been built and sold globally. Crap. Making the best selling car of Proton. And if you couldn't tell already, it is is a Mitsubishi Lancer-based model. Basically, they had a collaboration with Mitsubishi that lasted for 3 decades. This, I believe they stopped using Mitsubishi parts when the Lancer was discontinued, so they had to use Chinese cars now. In particular, being Geely, which is kind of sad, but that's the reality we have to accept. Accepting the fact that Proton is now mostly Chinese. As you can see, not much address info. Limited lifetime warranty. And you got the Proton license and logo. UK, Canada. Yeah, yeah. The fact that I have the US carded Saga in the middle of nowhere in a superstore, in a supermarket rather, is great because I somehow have two carded versions of this one particular car. This is one my sister got for me, last a couple months ago, and this is the one I've got like last week. It's kind of worth having two carded versions of like one car. But it's Mattel and their globalization. Yeah, let's get to the car very in some detail. Well, not really detail because Hot Wheels is known for not having too much detail. Let's get started. Actually, you can see the headlights are part of the window piece. Let's zoom in. There we go. You can see the headlights. It chooses the windows, not its own, rather than it being its own piece, because they're very small. You can see the 1980s Proton logo with the sun star, the indicators. The grill is a decal. The black trim is a separate piece, which is a opaque piece, which is not part of the chassis. And it has a plastic bumper. Look it up real quick because it's angled too low. As you can see, the bumper is part of the chassis, and I believe the rear bumper, yeah, it is. Both the rear and front bumpers are part of the chassis piece. The body is metal. So speaking of the body, we have this very bright, well, not really bright red. It's like cherry red on camera. It looks kind of weird on camera, but in person, it definitely is super red. I'm not sure why it looks like this on camera, but it definitely is not like this. It's in person. As we get to the door, we got the Hot Wheels logo, which is definitely nothing in the real car. You got the Saga badge on the door. Very 1980s graphics with that Saga logo. And as you continue the rest of the side, we got more black trim, which is a decal. The door handles and the key lock are painted. We got these awesome fan. What are these called again? Like, call them fan wheels because they look like fans from up close. And remember when I said there's no detailing on Hot Wheels cars? Yep, there are none, like none at all. As you guys know, Mattel has scaled down a lot on detailing, and this car is definitely no exception. But doesn't mean that will devalue the car. It's just annoying. See the fact that they have no detailing, like at all. Most of the time it's in the rear. But yeah, you got the tail lights, the indicators, the plate holder, and the aforementioned rear bumper, which is plastic. And it's the same as the left. Not much on say on the roof. It's a road car. And let's get to the bottom of the car. And da-da-da. Pride of Malaysia. Proton Saga 2023 Mattel. Okay, so see the code there? S36. I believe that is the 36th week of last year, 2023. HRY44, the product code for this car is indeed. Where is the product code? Yeah, Wait, let's do this. Yeah, HRY46 is the product code for this particular car. But that was a pretty quick review because there's not really much to say. Because it's a Hot Wheels release, there's bound to be no details at all for this particular car. But I decided to make this review because I found, accidentally found this US carded Saga in a supermarket last week, and I couldn't pass it up because it's a Proton Saga. It's one of those rejects from the US. I believe it's either a Walmart or a Target reject, and there's bound to be some leftover Proton Sagas that everyone else have passed up because it is an unknown brand, an unknown car in North America because they were even considering selling these back then in other countries outside of Southeast Asia. So there's bound to be a lot of rejects from North America. So, almost surprised if there happens to be a European reject. And that'll be twice the weirdness as the US carded Saga. But yeah, that's the review of the Proton Saga. I didn't even plan to make this review because it's a road car, and it's not many details that I could go through. But I decided it's nice to check out the two different packaging variations of one car. Anyways, see you guys in the next diecast review. I don't know when, but it's definitely coming soon.